Alright. Shalom, shalom. I like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah YAHAWAH'S, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Brakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well in this truth. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim and the Akwat that scattered abroad. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shuwab One back at you with another lesson. This is the Punch Out Spirit, Volume 4. And want to get into these chariots, off a video that I recorded myself going to the store. And it was a beautiful thing because 20 minutes before I went to that store, before I went to Home Depot, I had received in the mail a painting that an Aquath had painted for me. Very beautiful, spirited woman, She painted me a picture of me in the Chariots, and it was a real dope picture. Straight salt, salt of the earth on it, and it was just a beautiful thing. Because after that, I went to the store, and then next thing you know, I see the Chariots in the sky. So it was a beautiful testimony to see that right before my eyes. All right. Not only that, there's chariot sightings more than ever all over the world right now, being recorded, being put out. As a matter of fact, the elder Kazak, he had posted another brother's video, and he had did a video on it, and I screenshotted a certain picture out of that. All right, and it was beautiful because the picture that he was seeing, all right, was basically how my picture was drawn. How my picture was painted. The way the colorful lights were on it and all that, that's what my painting had. So it was a beautiful thing to see that. All right, let me play that video real quick. I put a little video together. Matter of fact, let me see something before I do that. This is the video right here that Kazak had played.
Visitantes se asoman por las noches a los cielos brasileños y todos quieren saber de qué se trata, aunque nadie hasta ahora puede explicar el fenómeno. Una enorme rueda de fuego como la que... So you have the angels manifesting themselves in Brazil, which has been happening for some years now. And this right here is an old encounter, because I remember watching this video some years back, of this same chariot. Okay? But let's keep watching. El profeta Ezequiel es la aparición que se presta a varias especulaciones, como por ejemplo el acercamiento de una nave madre tripulada por extraterrestres explorando el pulmón del planeta.
Alright, that's a beautiful sight right there. Alright, now let me put the video I had together. Right here. Look at these chariots. See that right there? That one right there. And the other one's right over here by the moon. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Oh yeah, that's definitely Chariots. It's just one big white spot like that. Oh yeah. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, them things disappeared too. Oh yeah. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. There got the one right there. And it's still just floating. It's just floating. See? And that's the painting that I actually got from the sister. Alright? And that's why it's a beautiful thing, because see how it has the lights on it, the rainbow lights, and that's the first thing I thought of when I seen the other Kazakh post up that video. You know, and like you said, it was an older picture, older sighting, but still, you know, sister drew this and made it look dope, and it just, you know, brings everything to life. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let me go back a little bit. Right there, see, beautiful. And those weren't even the lights that I wanted. I should have took a screenshot when it was the other lights, when it was just rainbow lights going around and around. That's beautiful. All right, so you know these chariots are showing themselves more and more every single day. And why are they showing themselves? All right, let's bring it out. Let's go to, got my scriptures right here. Let's go to Zechariah 5:1. Zechariah 5:1. Salakia. Zechariah 5:1. And it says, "Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and breadth thereof 10 cubits. All right, so it's giving you a description of what this chariot looked like. All right, because this is a flying roll. Let's see what it says for roll. All right. Roll. Man, every time I look at this this blue letter, Esau taking out more and more. Alright. He taking out more and more, and he's changing all the definitions and words around, man. Alright. See what it says here. Because he's just saying a book. All right. See what it says with flying. Whoo. Flying, look at that. To fly, fly about, fly away, to fly, hover. You understand? So this chariot was hovering. It says, and he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, all right, a hovering chariot, basically. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and breadth thereof 10 cubits. If you go into cubits, right, I think 20 cubits is 30 feet. 10 cubits is 15 feet.
Here is information from Kyle and Hash 39, S converter.
So it's telling you, oh, did I say inches? Damn, my bad. How many feet? Been working with inches so much all day. All right, so it's 32 feet. See, 20 cubits basically equals 32 feet. So you're talking about 10 cubits is about 15 feet. Yeah, see? 10 cubits is 15 feet. So you're talking about something that was seen in the sky 15 feet by 30 feet. That's a chariot. It's a beautiful thing right there. All right? Yeah, let me turn this off real quick. Matter of fact, let me punch out real quick before I forget while I'm here. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Of course, it'd be a process. All right. Back to what I was doing. All right. So I'm going to continue reading the Zechariah. So we talking about flying roll, a chariot that is 15 feet by 30 feet that Zechariah is seeing. And then it says, then he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, Salakia 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Ooh. All right. And shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. All right. So this is the curse that's going to go before the whole entire earth. All right. See, for us, it's not a curse. This is a beautiful thing to see these. All right. Because we know it's our salvation. But for those that are not in this truth, it's straight destruction for you. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. Let me write. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. Start at 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Yeah, because when them chariots crack them clouds, and Yahawashi crack them clouds, everybody gonna be mourning. They gonna be wailing. They ain't gonna have a clue what's going on. And then when them laser beams start shooting at your ass, oh yeah, y'all gonna be bugging. See, but y'all gonna look at us at the strangeness of our salvation, because we gonna be beamed up in those chariots. We're gonna be beamed up and saved while y'all getting destroyed. Nuclear missiles, all right? Laser beams from the chariots. Okay? And they repenting, this is 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say with themselves, within themselves, this was he who we sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord Yahawashi, we have not known it. What has pride profited us? Or what good? It's like I'm driving at the same time. What has pride profited us, or what good has riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post thou hasted by. All right. So, hold on real quick. See what I got here. See if I got more meat on it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. 10. And as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found. Neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Or as when a bird has flown through the air, there is no token of her to be found, but the light air being beaten with the stroke of her wings, and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through, and therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parted the air, which immediately cometh together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. Even so we, in a like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust, that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away in remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. Whew. That wisdom is serious. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord Yahawashi, and the care of them is in the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. Oof. All right. So, it's telling you, man, how we gonna be beamed up into them chariots, and y'all gonna regret it, basically. You know, it's gonna kill you to see us up in them chariots. All right. And it's gonna kill you to see us in them chariots, okay? And you guys just still standing in the same spot, catch a straight hell. All right, because them chariots gonna beam us up. We gonna scarcely be saved. It says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. That means barely make it, man. It's almost gonna feel like we're gonna die out there. All right? But then we gonna be beamed up by them chariots. All right? Missiles gonna be in the air and everything. And we just gonna be beamed up. Right before this whole place gets hit. And y'all gonna be catching pure hell out there. All right? So it's gonna pass that quick. It's gonna be that quick that everything passes by. Just like it was saying, like a bird flies in the air and then disappears. You know? Or a ship, you know, goes through the waves and then it disappears. That's how fast it's gonna be. We just gonna be beamed up and disappear. All right? And in the process of that, we gonna watch America get burned up there, man. We're gonna watch America get burned from the windows of the chariots. We gonna, you know, Lord willing, we are of those men and that number. We would love to see that. We would love to see the downfall of America right before our eyes. Burnt up into ashes. All right? Let me go into Slucky. All right, because a lot of y'all don't believe in the chariots. All right, if you go to Ezekiel, let's go to Ezekiel 1. It explains the chariots. The whole chapter is about chariots and the angels. All right, it says, now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river of Kabar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? He saw visions of the powers, because that word is Elohim. That means the powers, the rulers. All right, the angels, divined ones. How we gonna see them? We gonna see them when they crack the sky. They gonna literally crack that sky open. Okay. And it says, and in the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Joachin's captivity, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, came expressly onto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzai. And it says, in that land of the Chaldeans, by the river Kabar, and the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, was upon them, and was there upon him. Go, bro. You can go. You can go. Ain't no sign. Acting like you don't know how to drive. And it says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud of fire enfolding itself, and brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. All right? So when you hear whirlwinds, clouds, mountains, sometimes, that's all talking about chariots. You got to know when it's actually talking about the chariots. Okay? And it says, in a fire enfolding itself. And the brightness was about it, and out of the mist thereof as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. Yeah, because the chariots come with fire sometimes. All right, straight flames around it. Matter of fact, let me break this word down, amber, real quick. And then I'm going to go to Exodus. All right, when you go into that word amber, all right, it says a shining substance, amber or electrum or bronze. Okay? So it was a bronze color. Shiny substance. Okay? Look at the Strong's definition. It says probably bronze or polished spectrum metal. So the Chariots is metal. All right? That's more proof to let you know that it's actually talking about a chariot. So now let me go to Exodus 13. Exodus 13 and 21. And it says, and the Lord YAHAWAH'S went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud and led them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. All right? So, you ain't about to have a cloud, okay, that YAHAWAH'S is just riding on. Alright? He gonna come in style, man. So it was a pillar of a cloud and then a pillar of fire in the nighttime that was lighting up their way. And that's the straight chariot. And that's why I was just saying that in Ezekiel. Okay? Let me go back to that. Actually, let me finish 22. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Matter of fact, you go into 14, I believe it explains that even more. I'm trying to drive and there's cops right here. All right, it says, 1. Is that what I want? Yeah. And the Lord YAHAWAH'S spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel that they turn and encamp before, how you say that word, Pihatheroth, between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-Zephon. Before it shall ye encamp by the sea. For the Pharaoh will say unto the children of Israel, Salakia. For the Pharaoh will say unto the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness has shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart that they shall follow after them. And I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord YAHAWAH'S, and they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people, and they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us? And he made ready his chariot and took his people with them. All right, so now this is Pharaoh getting his chariot, all right, getting it ready to go out there and look for him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt and captains over one of them. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hardened the heart of Pharaoh the king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel, and the children of Israel went out with a high hand. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them camping by the sea. Besides Pahahirath, before Baal Zephon. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid, and the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. 1 second. And it said, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, thou hast taken us away to die in the wilderness. Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to carry us forth out of Egypt? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And it says, and Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more ever. Salakia. Again no more forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And that's right. That's how we got to have that mentality in these days, man. We can't fear nothing, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua didn't give us the spirit of fear. All right? He going to fight for us. If we sup onto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and put our full trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he's going to fight for us, man. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. But lift up thy rod and stretch out thine hand over the sea and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. So you see, now you got the chariot that's following them. Okay? And it says, and remember, it says, and the angel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which went before the camp of Israel. And that reminds me of scripture. What does it tell you the scriptures are? I believe that's Salakia. Psalms, I think it's 37. No, it's maybe it's 7. Psalm 7. 47 maybe. I get it right now. Man. Oh, 34 and 7. 34 and 7, and it says, the angel of the Lord, YAHAWAH'S, encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. O fear the Lord YAHAWAH'S, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. So, them chariots always encampeth, they always campeth around about us, man. Especially like when we on the highways and byways and we preaching, man, the chariots is up in the air. You might not see them, they might not show themselves, but they always watching us. Okay, what does it tell you in the scriptures? The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Let's get that real quick. That's Amos. Slacky, it's what is it? Amos. It's 8. Oh, 9 and 8. 9 and 8, and it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord YAHAWAH'S are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord YAHWAH'S. All right, so the eyes of the Lord is always the chariots. That's why we see so many chariot sightings all over the world, because they're watching everything that's going down, man. All the wickedness is being done. All right, they go back and report it to YAHWAH'S. All right. So let's go back to Exodus 14. And it says, 19, and the angel of the powers, all right, of the divine ones, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all night. All right? Whew. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord YAHWAH'S caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. All right, so through the spirit and power of YAHWAH'S, okay, them chariots was splitting everything, man. And it said, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even the Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord YAHWAH'S looked onto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire. He looked onto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire, all right, through the chariots and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel. And the Lord YAHWAH'S fought for them against the Egyptians. And the Lord YAHWAH'S said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and their horsemen. All right. And that's basically, you know, when they drowned up, they all got drowned. All right. Through the spirit and power of YAHWAH'S. All right. They were saved through them chariots. That's how it's going to be for us in that day. We're going to be saved in so many ways through them chariots. All right, so back to where I was. I believe I was in Wisdom of Solomon. Oh, Salakia. No, I wasn't. I was in, that's right. I was in Ezekiel. All right, so that amber was talking about a polished spectrum metal. And it says, also out of the midst thereof, this is 5, came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. All right, which is the angels. This is speaking about the angels. So, you know, so-called white man want to tell you there's UFOs, unidentified flying objects. See, we call them IFOs because we identify them. We know what they are. All right, and then they want to tell you there's little green men on there coming from another planet, which is bullshit. The men of the Lord, the angels of the Lord is in them chariots. And it says, and every one had 4 faces, and they looked like man. Had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. See, dark. They were dark-skinned angels, man. And it says, and they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and they 4 also had the face of an eagle. And I believe, I can't remember exactly what they meant, but each one of them was signifying something. They each meant, like the face of a man represented intelligence, all right? I believe the ox represented the strength. The eagle represented the agility of them. And the lion, I forgot, what was the lion? Man, Salaki on that. But it definitely, each face represented something. All right? And it says, thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their bodies. And they went every one straight forward. Whether the spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. Oof. And the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his 4 faces. And the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of beryl. And they 4 had one likeness, and their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. And let's talk about that chariot. That's what the chariots look like. All right, a wheel within a wheel. Just like you seen that one in the beginning of the video, when he was making all those colors come upon it, and it looked like it was a circle within a circle. All right, that's a wheel within a wheel. And it says, when they went upon their 4 sides, and they turned not when they went. As for the rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went by them, and when the living creatures were lifted from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whether so the spirit was to go, they went. Thither was their spirit to go, and their wheels were lifted up over against them, for the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. When those went, these went, and when they stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up over against them, and the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels. So it's telling you how the chariots were being controlled by the angels. Wherever they pretty much made it do, it would do it. It will follow. Whatever the angel did, it will follow after it. All right, so you keep on reading this whole chapter, all right? It's literally telling you about how the angels looked, what the UFO looked like, all right? So, let's see what else is in here real quick. Yeah, let me jump into 25. "26. And above the firmament there was over their heads was the likeness of a throne as the appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. And I saw as the color of amber as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw it as it was the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about, as the appearance of the bow that it is in the cloud in the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard the voice of one that spake." All right? So again, it's telling you how them chariots had the colorful lights, all that. Okay? And that reminds me of what we just saw in that picture. When they were out there, when that chariot was out in Brazil. Call Elohim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We can't wait for them for that sky to be cracked open, man. Let's go to let me go to 2 Kings real quick. 2 Kings 2 and start at 9. "And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah and said unto Elisha, Ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, Thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and the horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven." All right, so you mean to tell me that there's horses of fire running around in the sky? Come on, man. You gotta be real with it. All right, we see chariots. We don't see horses of fire all over the place. Chariots are being seen all over the world. So it's telling you that there appeared a chariot of fire. And it's crazy too, because I seen that last year. A chariot of fire. It was straight over my house. It was a straight red chariot just playing back and forth. I actually got a video on that. You know, I did a video on that also. And it was a beautiful thing, man. So they out there with fire. And it says, and the horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. See, he was translated, just like Enoch was. All right, it tells you that in, what was that in, I think it's Genesis, yeah, it was in Genesis. What was it? I think it's, let me get it.
According to Wikipedia,
Oh, no,
the second mention is in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 5, which says, by faith Enoch was
Genesis. Yeah, Genesis 5 and 24. And no, I thought it was in here where it tells you that Enoch didn't see death. Alright, so it's lucky it wasn't that one. It was Hebrews 11 and 5. Hebrews 11 and 5. And it says, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, so yeah, Enoch didn't see death because he was translated into them chariots. Let's go into that word translated, see what they got. I believe they're going to say, to transpose two things, one of which is put in place of the other, to transfer, to change, all right, to go or pass over. Transpose. Let's see what transpose. So changing places. Yeah, because he was on earth and then he went straight up into the chariots, into what? All right? Into the heavens, all right? He went into the spirit world. Let me go back. It's like 2 Kings 2 and 11. And it said, and it came to pass as they went on and talked that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and rent them into pieces, in two pieces. All right? So, you know, Elisha saw Elijah go up in the chariot. That's why she was crying onto the father, to her father. I mean, to it, onto his father, the chariot of Israel. And then ripped up the clothes. Because imagine that. Imagine you see the person you was just talking to get lifted up by the chariots right before your eyes. Man, you trying to go too. All right? Let's go to Psalms 104. Psalms 104 and 3, and it says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? Who maketh his angel spirits his ministers of flaming fire? Okay? That's a beautiful thing. That's literally telling you that the clouds is considered as his chariot. Then it says, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Yeah, because they fly. They hover. So let's go to Jude. (14). And it says, and Enoch, also the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these. What did he prophesy of? The chariots. Saying, behold, the Lord Yahawashi cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Yeah, because that's what they're coming to do. They're coming to execute that judgment. All right, like we read in Zechariah 5. This is the curse that goes before the whole entire earth. And this was way in the beginning. Enoch was already talking about it. If you look in like old school, hieroglyphic writings and all that, you see chariots drawn, man. The thing is that Esau has taken everything and tries to make it a myth when it's straight facts. All right, let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 4:12, even a full wind from those places shall come unto me. Now also will I give sentence against them. Behold, these shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Ooh. Going back into them whirlwinds. Coming up as clouds. Another testimony when I first came into this truth, all right? I remember when I seen a straight cloud just sitting right in the air, and it was literally a UFO right behind it, a chariot, an IFO, Salakia, all right? And you could just tell it was a straight chariot because the bottom of the cloud was so perfectly flat, but round, and then it was puffy around it. So what explains that? They literally hide in the clouds. They take the shape of clouds. All that. Go back to Psalms. Did I read that? No. The chariots of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord Yahawashi is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. Yeah, because when Yahawashi cracked them clouds, he coming with them with the angels, man. Matter of fact, let's go to Revelations 1:7, and it says, behold. And this is Yahawashi. This is Revelations, the first chapter, how it reveals what Yahawashi looked like, what he was about to do. All right, what does it say right here? It said, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. So he gonna come with clouds, them chariots, and every eye is gonna see him, even those that pierced them. There ain't people walking around that's 2,000 years old. That's how you know that's a reincarnation scripture at the same time. Because those same spirits that were back in those days are still among us today. That's why it tells you in the scriptures we are spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right? You know what? Let me get second Ezra's. Matter of fact, before I get second Ezra's, let me get Revelation 10:1. And it says, and I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with the clothed with the cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And that's talking about Yahawashi. When Yahawashi come on that chariot, right? And a rainbow was upon his head. Okay, the lights. And his face was as if there were the sun, yeah, because the brightness of his coming. What it tell you in the scriptures that his eyes is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh's eyes is 10 times brighter than the sun. And his feet as pillars of fire. Yeah, the feet of the chariots. When it was landing to have fire on the bottom of it. All right. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot upon the earth. Yeah, because the chariot is going to be half on earth and half in the water, basically. And cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth, and he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stood upon the sea and upon the earth, lifted up his hand to heaven, and swore by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth and the things that are therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer. But in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua should be finished, as he had declared to his servants, the prophets. Woof. Yeah, all the work is going to be done. Now it's time for destruction. Now it's time for the kingdom. Let me go to, that's what I wanted. Revelations 12. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. All right? Yeah, because they're going to try to fight against Yahawashi. When Yahawashi cracked them clouds open, all right, these damn military planes, jets going to start trying to go after Yahawashi, man, which they ain't going to have a chance. They're not even going to be close. Okay? Let's go to 2nd Ezra 13. Second Ezra 13. And it says, "9. And lo, as he saw the voice of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand." Oh, Salaki, you know what? Let me go to 6. "But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it." See, that's how you know it's talking about a chariot. You ain't about to fly no mountain, man. but it was so big that it literally looked like a mountain, and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. Yeah, because that reminds me of Independence Day, when that big chariot just came and covered up the whole entire earth, basically. Blotted out the sun and everything. That's what's going to happen in that day. And it says, but I... Salakia. Give me 1 second real quick. All right, yeah. And it says, but I will have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they were gathered together to subdue him, were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Yeah, these devils going to be scared as hell, but you know what? Their pride is going to get the best of them, and they still going to try to go to war with Yahawashi. All right? And it ain't going to work out for them there. And it says, and lo, and as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he spake out sparks and tempest. Woo! Yeah, that's going to be them laser beams shooting all over the place. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Ooh. That's beautiful. Things is just getting straight disintegrated out there. Okay? Let's go to Luke 21. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Yeah, because Yahawashi gonna come in that beautiful chariot, all right, with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Because, you don't want to be caught looking down. That means the chariots ain't for you. But those that know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi and believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, we always looking up, man. We look up all the time. That's why we're able to catch these chariot sightings and all these things. Because we always looking up. We waiting for our redemption, man. We waiting for our salvation, which is through them chariots. All right? 1 Thessalonians 4:17. And it says, it's locked here. And it says 17. I was reading something else. Let me read it from 16. 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord Yahawashi, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord Yahawashi himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, and the dead in Yahawashi Mashiach shall rise first. Yeah, because those that died in this truth, in the name of this truth are going to be beamed up into the chariots first. And then it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Yeah, we're going to meet Yahawashi in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord Yahawashi. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Yeah, that's why we gotta let you know about this, man, because it comforts us. It's a beautiful comfort to know that our salvation is near, man, that it draweth nigh. That's why it tells you, Slakia, Romans, that's where it is. Romans, 13 and 11. And it says, and that knowing the time that it is now high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. And the times that we in right now, man, if you're not woke by now, man, it's because you're going to remain sleeping, man. This is the time to be fully awake to what's going on, because what does it say? Our salvation nearer than we believed. And that's why this year has been coined by Apostle Tahar, hastening on to the coming of our Lord, hoping that he come with a speedy riddance. Okay? Let me get one more. Daniel 7 and 9. And it says, yeah, it says, I behold the thrones were, hold on, 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom they were 3 of the 3 first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were the eyes like the eyes of man, and the mouth speaking great things. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head were like pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. All right, and that's talking about when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua cracked them clouds, man. Okay? Let me keep reading, and it says, and it says, I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. All right. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Yeah, because that's it. Once Yahushua cracked them clouds, man, that's forever, man. That's forever. We ain't never gonna have to worry about this damn devil anymore. All right? This polluted ass, defiled ass earth right now. Everything gonna go back to normal when Yahushua come. We can't wait to be in righteousness. living how we supposed to be living. No wickedness whatsoever. All right? But that's pretty much the point. All right, just wanted to explain the chariots and let you know that they're everywhere, man. They're everywhere out here. You cannot avoid them. People trying to, you got these damn devils trying to deceive you and tell you, they're from out of this world. No, we know exactly what's going on. All right? But with that being said, I'm going to end it on that note. Lord willing, it was edifying. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Elohim Yahawah, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Until the next one, Shalom.